Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where this war is going poorly as we expected. Particular areas of issue are Europe and South America. There are some issues in North America, but it's not quite as bad. Now we've got a pretty major war support issue, which actually it's because of the convoys being raided and enemy bombing. Well, that's okay. We will definitely work through that. We just need some political power for it. But that does mean that our peace initiative is not going to be happening for now. Now, okay, this is some impassibility over here. That's just a little bit awkward. We'll get to this later on, but I want to go over something that I did off camera here. I went through and I deployed any units that were available. As you can see, there were these right here. And there were 24 of those. I got those distributed out to our armies here. I believe it was this army, or maybe this army, was down to 14. So clearly we lost some units along the way. We expect that to happen, particularly in locations like this. This unit is gone. They're donezo. So that's understood. We're just letting that happen for the time being. We are trading land for time at this point. I've also gone in and increased our division recruitment to 100 divisions for our infantry and our armor. So that's a substantial step up, no doubt about that. And we're just going to continue to buy some time here. The real question is, are we going to be able to push in and end this and get these guys reallocated? Because that would be really, really useful. And what about the situation down over here? Well, this is probably going to be in a very similar situation. I want to just generally check our supplies. Okay. It's definitely imperfect. No doubt about that. These guys are a bit pocketed out over here. That's understood. For the time being, what we want to be doing is we want to be getting... Oh, this is at 22 out of 24 here. I didn't notice that when I was sending out troops. But for now, we don't have any to put in there. We'll come back to that. I do want to get a trait here. This is going to be Fortress Buster. Nope, we can't do that because that takes command power. We can't get command power because we don't have war support. So that's understood. Okay, we'll just have to tick forward for right now. The People's Republic of Spain just capitulated. That's a big deal. Okay, so the People's Republic of Spain is... where? Was that these guys? Yes. So we need to get this army in here immediately and get this stack wiped, if we can. Now, I don't think we're at war here, which is interesting. Granada hasn't been called into this. Oh, they're not part of the Allies. Okay. That means that this army can be sent elsewhere. I'm going to take 2 units here, and we're going to move them here. And this is down to 22 out of 24, so that's expected. I'm going to take 2 more units, and I'm going to move them here. And then I'm going to grab the rest of these. There's still 24 units assigned here. That's odd. That's definitely not what I expected. I'm going to delete that. And then, that is this army here. Oh, I assigned them back to this same army, I think. So that's fine. This is 24 units here, and then we have, yeah, the 22 here. So that's okay. We're going to be getting rid of this army and reallocating to other locations here. So, what else do we have? 18 out of 24 here, so that needs to have 6 units in it. There we go. We'll do that. And then the rest of these guys, they're going to be sent over to the Northern Theater, which definitely needs some more troops. So we need to drop 2 of these units, like so, and that's going to go here. And then we've got the 2 units here that are going to go here for right now. Okay, there we go. So these units are reallocated. Are there any others elsewhere that we can reallocate? That's a distinct possibility, but for now, we are very, very interested in getting some additional recruitment done. So we'll be deploying those as quickly as we can, and we'll be forming new armies, but I want to get our existing armies reinforced first. And we're going to have people like these, they're going to go away unless we can punch out this direction. And we can see if we can connect up. It's a maybe. That is a distinct maybe. So, as of right now, this attack over here is continuing, but it is slow going. Very slow going. So that is understood. We're going to be taking losses in a lot of different places. These guys are donezo. I don't think there's any way they can get out. These out over here, this is impassable here, so they're pretty done, to be honest. There's very little we can do about this. We'll just have to replace them. That's okay. Remember, we're making 85k monthly manpower, so that's relatively fine. We are seeing some attacks happening over here. It looks like we successfully moved these guys over to here, potentially. That said, there's an attack happening here, and it's slow moving. No doubt about it. So that is noted. Very slow moving. Okay, now up over this direction in Muscat, we really want to get attacked in here. So this is only 16 units. Yeah. But we're just going to keep up the pressure here. We want them to get out of here. We also want this to get stack wiped ASAP so that we can get these guys reallocated. And it looks like they're about to stack wipe. There they go. So these guys don't have orders now. So that is this army here. Checking through to see if we need any replacements here. We do need one. So I'm going to move one unit to here. And then the rest of these guys, we're going to just start piecing out here. So we're just going to do this. And then we're going to do, how many do we need here? We need 13. Okay, I'm going to select all. Well, sure. That'll work. We'll do 11 here, and then that'll be 22. And then we'll just need 2 additional. So something like that. Next up, we have 8 additional units. All 8 of those are going to go here. There we go. So that seems fine for now. Now, out over this direction, we absolutely want to come in and stack wipe these guys. They're trying to break out over here, and we want to absolutely get rid of them. Looks like we might be gaining some ground over here at this point. So that would be very good if that's the case. Our issue in France is significant. This is a very big problem. We'll need to deal with it, but as of right now, we've got other problems. We need to get our forces consolidating, right? So that is indeed the goal here right now. So let's check in on our recruitment. Do we have any recruits here that are ready to be deployed? Yes, actually. That's a big deal. So we're going to deploy these early, and they'll get whatever training they need on the front lines. That's going to be the goal. So that's all fine. There we go. So those are now deployed, and we have some tank units that are ready to be deployed as well. So we'll need to get these pieced in to our existing armies, and then we'll need to start making new armies and sending them to the front lines. So that'll be absolutely fine. We just need to be consolidating some of these lines. So at this point, that's 48 divisions that we've got here. Now that's pretty significant. We only need 4 of them for right now. So let's just select half, and then half again, and then half of that, and then I'll deselect these 2, and we'll send these out over here. Okay, same thing again. We're going to select half, half again, and then down to 4, because we need this to go up to 24. Then we're going to grab more of these. We're going to select half of those. That's 20 divisions. Half again is 10, and that'll put us at 21. We actually only need 3 divisions here, so 1, 2, and 3. Okay. We're making our way through this list, slowly but surely. I think we're making progress on it, too. And that's fantastic. We only need 4 units for this next location. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then for the next one, we need like 5. So we'll do that. Actually, we need 1 more. That's fine. Okay, and then we have 17 here. This is going to be too many, so we need a total of 13 here. That was 12, but sure, that'll do. And then we'll do that, and then the rest of these are going to go in here. Okay. So, That's progress. But we need a lot more. So off they go. That'll be relatively fine. And we're just going to continue to fight here for now. So the European issue is very significant, no doubt about that, but we've got a lot of locations. Okay, these are in a real bad spot. Is there anything at all we can do about it? Not really. We're just going to have to replace them, I think. So that's okay. I'm not terribly concerned about that. We need to be attacking up over here. If we can get these guys stack wiped and these forces moved down south, that will be ideal. So that looks good. As far as this goes, we're still working on trying to push in over here. We don't have much intel on this location, and that's understood. We're at exactly 0% war support at this time, and that is due to primarily convoys raided is the biggest issue at this moment. We will be working on that, but we need political power. We're at 70 for right now. Okay, so as we get forces out to these front lines, we are going to find ourselves in better positions. Better. Not good, but better. Oh, South America is looking grim for sure, but that's okay. We're going to have South America be from here, but what I want to do is, yeah, we just need to continue having more time here. So do we have any forces that are not currently engaged in combat? We need to check. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go over here. I want to check these guys. So they are defending this area. That's fine. These guys are up here. That's okay. These guys are here. That is absolutely fine. In the Western Theater, we've got these guys out over here. We're at war with this. That seems okay. In the Eastern Theater, these theaters mean nothing at this point, by the way. Yes, we are attacking here, so that is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is also fine. We're just checking to make sure we don't have any forces outlining neutral nations again. That's the main question at this point. So that's okay. No, don't do that. We want to be heading up over here. Yes, this is okay. This is fine. I see that the Soviets have expanded out over here a little bit. That's understood. For the moment, I'm not that concerned about it. We'll get there. So this is on a legitimate front. This is currently heading over to reinforce. Unable to find valid path to target. Okay, that's fine. I'm assuming they are going to a valid front. Where are these right now? Okay, they're out over here. Sure, that's fine for now.
Hey, come on.
Okay, so are you at a valid front? Yes, you are. Are you at a valid front? Yes, you are. That seems okay. This is a valid front, although it's not going to go well. What do we got over here? This is a valid front. This is valid. This is valid. We just need to make sure we're not wasting any of our troops right now. This is valid. This is valid. And then we just have our Coast Guards, which aren't actual Coast Guard units, but, you know, the theaters don't mean anything at this moment. But we will get these reorganized once we get the fronts consolidated and cleaned up a little bit. And potentially once we get some reinforcements going. So we're just checking to see if these are on valid fronts, and it would appear that they are. So I just want to make sure that we don't have any more situations where we have a army against a unit that, or rather against a nation that isn't in this war. Because we need every troop that we can at this point. So this is all looking pretty decent. I mean, a lot of these armies are in a dire state, but they're on valid fronts. That's what we care about for the moment. Okay, so we're just continuing to buy as much time as we can. So the next question is, when are we going to have more troops that are ready to be shipped to the front? Well, ready is maybe a strong term. that are eligible to be shipped to the front? The answer is it's going to be a while. And that is understood. We're recruiting very heavily. Indian Eritrea just capitulated to the Commune of the Sudan. I didn't know we had Indian Eritrea. That's interesting. Doesn't really change anything as far as our plans go. So that's absolutely fine for the moment. I would love to get this cleaned up, but that's not really happening right now. So we can see that this is down to 23 out of 24. We'll get there. And we're slowly pushing in over here. These guys don't have supplies. We'd like to take this position, but I'm going to slap in a naval base right here, just to try to give these guys some supplies. We are successfully pushing in here. And that's all well and good. We'd really like to take this spot back. But getting some supplies over here is definitely going to be useful. Now, we're currently winning this attack up over here, and we're estimating that that'll last for another 3 days. I think we'll be okay on that front. As far as Muscat goes, this is still... we're running into issues here, significant ones. And yeah, the French Commune is a big problem. We'll get to it. This front will consolidate, and once it does, we'll be in a better situation. Same thing down here. This front will eventually consolidate. I'm kind of giving up on all of the territory over here. We're going to build up a force here and push through South America with a more consolidated line, is the idea. So for now, that's okay. We will continue our extraordinarily heavy recruitment. And we're hoping to get Yemen cleaned up eventually, but we're definitely struggling to break in over here. Unit's organization is too low to advance over here. Okay. I'm wondering what the supply situation is. Yeah, we should definitely do this. And we should perhaps build a rail line like that. Okay. So something along the lines of that. That'll be fine. Similarly, we can give up on Africa. It doesn't matter. We can push into Africa. The area we can't give up on is Asia. Everywhere else, we can fall back a little bit and then push back out, and that is the idea. So I'd absolutely love to get this taken over here. I'd like to get our tanks in there, but their organization is quite low at this moment. I'm wondering what the supply situation is up over here. It's mediocre. Let's do something like that. That'll boost our supplies, but that's going to be a little bit. Now, we can do a decision here, and that is a very big deal. We don't care about coring right now. Coring is irrelevant at this moment. But what we want to do is we want to either encourage frugality or bolster spirits. And the question is which? The answer is that we need to deal with the convoy raiding first. So that is encourage frugality. We're going to get that going. Okay, there we go. I saw this winning very briefly there. So we're just going to continue pressuring this extraordinarily hard. And... oh, we stack wiped this up here. That's great. So that's going to free that up. These forces are then going to come down over here. Now, as far as this down here goes, we're a ways away from getting this done. But let's check in on our recruitment status. Can we get any of these guys deployed yet? The answer is yes. There are some tank units that can be deployed here. Excellent. So let's get those deployed early. And are there any others? No, that's it for now. And how many units was that? That was 24. Okay. So at this point, we can see we've been taking some losses. We're not surprised about that. Not in the slightest. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2. And then we're going to do 1, 2. And then we've got 17 more. So we need to have 4 of these. We'll send them over to here. We need another 4. So we're going to send those here. Perfect. And then we've got 9 divisions. We need 4 of them. Those will go here. And then we need 2 divisions, 1 and 2. And then we've got 3 divisions here. We'll send them right there. So as you can see, we are getting a little bit further each time we do this. Our recruitment is very extensive. There's no doubt about that. But they're not pushing out that quickly, to be honest. Now, we've got major problems. I'm not going to lie. But we're getting there. Once these fronts consolidate, we'll be in a much, much better state. For now, there's not a lot that we're doing. I'd love to see these guys heading in here. There we go. And then they are going to start heading down over here. So over we go, and they're going to start getting this ready to go. Now, I'm surprised that they're not trying to stack wipe us down here. We have no supplies here, and they should be trying to stack wipe us here. We're going to be working on getting these constructions finished up. But I would love to see Somalia eliminated. I'd love to see Yemen eliminated. And I'd love to see Oman eliminated. We're working on it. So as you can see, out over this way, it's spicy. We're going to be taking heavy, heavy losses out over here in the next little while. As we can see, we're down to 18 out of 24 here. I'm not terribly surprised about that. One thing I want to start doing is I want to start abandoning these over here, and we're going to make a new theater soon enough. In fact, I kind of want to move all of these guys into like one theater for right now. So we're just going to move them up into our Coast Guard theater. Like this. We're just consolidating all of these together into one singular theater. There we go. And I'm going to call this the Messy Theater. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot going on in the Messy Theater, no doubt about it. We have commanders that we can put in here, which will help matters. You are incredibly high up on the forces comparison. That's interesting. Okay, that's noted for now. This is a Messy Theater. We're not going to do too much with the Messy Theater going forward. We're going to just kind of leave this for now. And we're going to start building up forces in other locations. Specifically, we need to start building army groups that are designed for continent-scale assaults. And that's going to be probably starting off out over here. I want to get North America cleaned up, and then I want to push into South America and clean that up, while at the same time building a bulwark about here or so to prevent them from pushing into Asia. That's going to be the overall concept, but it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to start transitioning from holding action to offensive action. It should be interesting. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Rornaz, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.